Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to create a resume using Google Docs. A lot of students are becoming more familiar with using Google Docs. It's an easy system to use, and the really great thing about it is it's in the Google Cloud called Google Drive, and so all of the documents that you create through Google Docs save in that cloud, and you have access to them both in school and outside of school. The only thing you need to do to have access is log in to your Google account using your school login, and that can be done outside of school. The way that you would do this is you log in using the exact same user login that you would to log on to a computer if you were at school. The only difference is at the end of your username you're going to use the @ symbol or shift 2, and then you're going to put phasd.us. So it's your username @ phasd.us, and then the same password that you use to get on to the school computer. That's your Google login information as well. So to have access to any Google application through your district login, you want to use that. So let's say you open your web browser, like I did here. I've got I'm using Google Chrome browser. It's the easiest to use when you're going to use web or Google apps, Google web apps. So I opened up Chrome. If it hadn't prompted you to sign in, you can click up here where your user profile image would be. If there is no image at school, you probably won't have an image. You click here anyway, and it will prompt you then to sign in. Once you get signed in, it'll come back to this page, or a page that looks similar to this. It may show some tiles for previous websites you visited. To get to Google Docs, all you need to do is click in the top corner here, in these little series of boxes where it says Google Apps. You click that, and then you'll notice there's Drive, which is the cloud that houses all of your Google Docs. This could be Docs or Sheets or Google slide presentations you've made. Or you can go specifically to the Google Docs app. So let's go right to the Docs app. This is going to open your menu here. If you've ever opened or modified any other Google files, and some of you will have your view a little different. A lot of students have the tiled view, and you'll see your documents here as little thumbnail tiles like they are in the bar up here. And any document that you have using this login will show up here. Along with sometimes some templates. You'll see right away you've got a couple different resume templates. This is because I've accessed them before, or the option to start with a blank. Another way to show the templates is you'll see this where it says More, and you can click that and it will expand and show you several different document types. The most commonly used, or then it jumps right into resumes, different types of letters, and so on and so forth. But we're just focusing on resumes. There are two that I prefer that look the best and are the easiest to manipulate. So if you're at this screen and you're looking to choose one of the two resume templates, you're going to want to stick with either this resume that's titled Coral or the one titled Spearmint, and those are just titled that way because of the color of the fonts that they are. So those are the two different ones that I would recommend choosing from. I also want to show you another way that you can get to these. So say that you missed these two resumes here, and you went right to a brand new document. So you've got a blank Google Doc. There's nothing on it, and you want to get back to where you were. You can either click up here to the Docs Home button, and that'll take you back to that page that we were just on. Another way to do this is you can go to File, and you can create a new document, and you'll notice here it says From Template. And if we click that, it actually opens in a new tab, and here are those templates again. So those are the two ways that you can get to these. So I want to show you what I'm looking for once you open up one of these templates, just to kind of give you an idea of what it will look like and what some of the things you need to change. So if I go back and I want to open up one of the resumes. Because I had already opened one, it'll show up here. And here's that Spearmint template that I was showing you. So you'll notice it's got a generic name and address, and then it looks like just a regular resume. They've modified the information here so that you can't simply just put your name on it and use it. You actually need to go in and change the information and make it personal to your own liking. So the first thing you want to do is know that you do not have to change any of the formatting. The font styles, the font colors, if it's bold, if it's italicized, if it's bulleted, you can leave all that. If you start deleting a whole section, if I were to take and delete this entire section here, it would eliminate that area, and then when I wanted to go back in and add that, I'd have to reformat the font with bolding it or italicizing it or changing the size, and it really goofs you up. So the best thing that I can recommend is to just delete portions at a time so that you're saving the formatting that the text is in, because it already looks decent this way. If you start fiddling with the formatting too much, you're going to end up making more work for yourself. So go ahead and change your name. They've got a job title listed here. I recommend just taking that out because we're not necessarily looking for a particular job. If you are in an industry looking to stay in that type of industry, you might leave something like that. But one thing I would recommend is just removing that, and that's just 2 keystrokes. I just highlighted it, backspaced, and eliminated the spacing there. You're going to use your address, phone number. If you want to include email, you can. The next major change I want to show you is here where it says skills. What I'd like to do is change that to objective. Your job objective for most basic resumes should be the first thing. What's the objective for this resume? And then you make that specific to the place that you're trying to apply to, and we'll use the same place as you would write the cover letter to. So that same company is you'll use that company in your job objective. Now, the rest is straightforward. Any work experience you've had, you put the company name, the location, and the location can just merely be the city and the state. So if I worked in town, I could say Port Huron in Michigan. That's all you need. The city and the state will suffice, and then whatever your job title is. For the date ranges for when you worked to when you may have quit, you just stick with the month and the years. If you still are currently at a position, you leave this word here in for present. And then any jobs that are listed here, let's say there's 3 jobs here and you've only ever had 2. Well, you can take that third one right out and just delete the spacing that came with that job. Again, for education, you'll put the school name. In most instances, you'll just stick with Harrison Center, and then again, Port Huron, Michigan. The degree, you can put high school diploma. The month and the years in which you've attended. If you have graduated or are going to be graduating, you can put the month and the year that you plan on graduating. This line here of gibberish, you can eliminate that. The only thing you may want to add is, let's say you were nominated for Student of the Month, or there was a school-wide award that you received from our program. Then you could put something in here, but for the most part, you can just take that out. And then awards is the last section. I like to change that. I don't like awards there. This is where you might want to put something to the extent of additional skills. Oops. And you can list skills that you have that are job related here that don't fall under previous job responsibilities in your other jobs. So any other skill that you might have that an employer might be looking for, you can put down here and list that as well. So once you've completed this, then your resume is done. You don't have to save it. It saves automatically. Another bonus to using Google Drive and Docs is it saves on the cloud automatically. You see up here it says all changes are saved. Every time you make a change, it saves it. If you need to, you can change the title. It's already going to be called resume because that's the template you're using, so you You could put your name on it if you want. You don't have to. But once you've made the modifications, this is done and your resume is done. So it's that easy. So those are the directions on getting on to Google Docs, getting into their templates, and then modifying a resume template so that it works for you personally. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. Please let your teacher know if you have any further questions once you get involved in the resume writing process. Thanks for watching.